Live from New Bedford, ladies and gentlemen, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of authenticity, inspiration, and realness. Also, of good times, personality, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. And now, here's your host of the show. He is Big Beefy E. He is Mr. Shenanigans and the elder statesman of the Rant and Rave podcast, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans 1977, episode 1941, 1941. We are 59 episodes away from the milestone of 2000. I hope you guys are having a very wonderful, wonderful day. And we might have a little bit of snow flurries, but it won't be much, you know. It has been a cold day today, and I'm glad I'm home, and very, very excited. And as you know, tonight will be the first Monday Night Raw on Netflix, and it's a good thing I renewed my Netflix subscription. And I did get something in the mail today, and it's probably going to be needed for my little retro thing, so I got a little extension cord with a switch on it, and with those on-off switch. I'm going to say with a switch, not the switch, you know. I have a Nintendo Switch right here, but you know what I mean. So, and I did get some stuff, and we're ready to go. I want to talk about the Chilling3000 Honor Awards show last night. I figured, you know, I want to get going to give you guys, good folks, my thoughts on it and all that, and everything else. Is, you know, in that, a lot of people were kind of like not happy. I don't want to say not happy, but they were kind of like not very receptive of how the awards went. And I want to give a shout out to Ben Wilner and David St. Dennis for the host the show and all that. But I want to give my personal thoughts on it. You know, there's a lot, because a lot of people are like, you know, could have done better and all. But they have some ideas. So let's talk about the supporter of the year for each of the groups. For both of us, it was Lady Aaron for Rant and Rave, the Price Fan 2021. Popcorn Panel, Jose Ricardo da Costa. For the Chilling3000, it was a tie between Gare Bear and William the Conqueror. Gary. Chilling Majority was William the Conqueror, and for Pain and Gain Pick'ems was Joshua Cook. Milestone. These are great support. These are good friends, great supporters of the show, and we always appreciate our supporters of the show. And I do, you know, supporters of each of the shows that we do. And like I said, the Price Fan 2025, appreciate him, and you know, William the Conqueror, who was one of our newest panelists for the Rant and Rave podcast, doing an awesome job so far. And I think 2025 will be his year to shine as a result, but we'll find out for sure as this year starts up and goes along here. Milestone, both of us at 300 episodes. Garrison, Mr. Garrison Newkirk, Mr. Gare Bear, 600 subs. Popcorn Panel, 1,000 episodes. Rant and Rave, 250 episodes. Chilling Majority, 2,000 episodes. And David St. Dennis' channel, 1,500 subs. Great accomplishments for... I written them all down because I felt like... written them all down. And then we get a Justin Little Encouragement and Inspiration Award. And the entire Wilner family, Ben and his family, went through a whole lot. They are recipients along with Lady Aaron, Alex Paris, and Austin Putnam. They've been through a lot, and Paige Shaw also went through a lot. And I believe these great people deserve that award. And it was one of the best. This is a nice awards, even though these awards are supposed to be like, you know, kicks and giggles, just for fun. But I think this awards show, okay, this awards thing, it shows me how much, you know, people are loved, and that's I think the most important thing is it. It doesn't matter if it's on a plaque or a certificate. It just shows how but it's more than saying it on a certificate. It shows in a plaque. It just shows that shows how much love you got throughout the network community, and how much and how people appreciate you for for the hard work you put in, not just for your own channel, but with the podcast you're involved in, and a lot of hard work. And that's why I see it at the award show as so. And I know last year was a pretty good year for me. I won a lot of awards, so I think it was pretty cool. So, best Rant and Rave host, Brandon Martin. No surprise, he's a leader. He's a co-founder and co-creator of Rant and Rave podcast. He should get it. You know what I mean? So that's no surprise. Rant and Rave moment was the Thomas Will's Boogie 2988 rant, episode 249. Now I'll totally be honest. Sometimes when people want to come in and comment on someone else that has nothing to do with our network community and all that, I get really, really apprehensive towards that, because of the fact that people come on my channel and complain on my channel because they couldn't do it on the live chat. So it's like, why come to me? I'm not the internet mom. If there's one of Chilling3000 award for internet mommy or daddy of the year, that would be me, because I have to handle this situation. Like, do I have to be the internet mommy or daddy of the year? I mean, come on. But anyways, yeah, I never felt comfortable with that as far as Tom coming on and talk about some other channel or some other YouTuber that has nothing to do with us, and then have his rabid fans come and have those rabid fans of that YouTuber come after me for whatever strange reason there is. That's why I made rules on my channel, guys. Just, and if they don't like it, it's like, listen, I don't know why y'all don't want to attack me. It's like, oh, let's attack this guy. This guy's easy to pick on. Let's get a rise out of him. Y'all a bunch of sickos out there. All a bunch of sickos. That's all I got to say. But that's the Rant and Rave moment of the year. Best Rant and Rave episode, Ranniversary 5. A lot better Ranniversaries than Ranniversaries past. Ranniversary 3 was the biggest debacle in history of Rant and Rave. Best Bofus host goes to Gary, but I'll tell you something about Gary in a minute, because I know he decided to hand his award to Alex Putnam. Good call. I'll explain more on that as we go down the line here. I'll explain why. I'm giving Gary and Romy shout outs here. Best Bofus moment, episode 288. That's good. Best Bofus episode 305, which is kind of shocker. Everybody thought 288 would be the best, but 305. Popcorn panel host, William the Conqueror. And episode 88 of Popcorn Panel made both Popcorn Panel moment and best episode. So I thought that was pretty good. The show of 2024, Rant and Rave, yay us. That's great. Game show fan and host of 2024, Brandon Martin, my boy, done it again. And the announcer, game show announcer of 2024, tie between Brandon Scruggs and Alex Paris. I like that. Overall video of 2024. Both is 2000. Both is 2000. Both is 288. Episode 288. Moment of 2024. Looks like both is episode 288 has collected 3 awards already. Both is moment. Both is moment. Overall video of the year and moment of the year. And network exclusive videos as videos that happen on Romy's Facebook. And Gary Bear's getting too old. And the Rookie of 2024, Rookie of the Year, Chev James. Congratulations to him. Veteran of 2000 of the Year would be going to Brandon Martin. Brandon Martin getting some awards. The quote of 2004, F off, I'm winning by Romy, but he decides to hand that, to Alex is Vicious and Delicious. Gary and Romy are two of the most beloved personalities on both of us. And I will tell you, because they have a lot of fun doing the show. And I think to them, in their minds, they don't need awards to prove that they're well-loved. They have been well-loved, and for them to not accept the awards, but to hand it over and to hand it over to someone else, it's a classy move on their part. Now, I personally believe those guys, both Gary and Romy, do deserve those awards, but I can understand. Listen, they have their reasoning, and you know what? I respect Gary and Romy for that, and I think it's a really cool thing that they did that. And just. Gary handed one. Alex, so both of us have been, like I said, Gary and Romy are two cool guys. Despite their crazy personalities that you see on video, whatever, these are two really humble guys, classy guys, respectful guys. And Gary and Romy, if I had an award for them, will be Class Masters of the Year. Gary and Romy will be tied for that because they show class, respect, and just not only show class and respect, but humility, that type of deal, and just they're really cool guys. So they get a vote in my book. Really cool that they decided to hand over the awards to someone else, even though my personal opinion, they both deserved it, but Alex deserves it as well. Both of us have been really, really great, and just to see that happen. The running gag of 2024, Gary wins another one with Under the Sea, because he likes Mulan and everybody's dogging on him because of Little Mermaid and all that. Impressionist of 2024. Me, I can do impressions. David, I have to agree with Jordan. David, even David said, what do I do impressions of? Even David admitted it, I can do impressions like I can do Arnold. You put the cookie down now, I can do Curly, slightly, Mo. Ooh, spread out your mugs. And then you got I can do my Undertaker impression. Rest in peace. And then you got the British Bulldog. I am the British Bulldog, the next World Wrestling Federation champion. And you got I can do Hulk Hogan. What you gotta do, brother? And Macho Man, that's easy. Ooh, yeah, dig it, yeah. And then you got the Ultimate Warrior. Load the spaceship up with the rocket fuel. Load it with the Warriors. That type of deal. I love doing impressions sometimes and have a lot of fun doing it. And I do Chris Jericho. Hi guys. All that good stuff. So, yep, David needs to learn impressions. Despite the fact he resembles Conan O'Brien. What did I tell you? Jeff Face of 2020 of the year, Austin Putnam. Austin knows how to give great funny expressions. Oh, he's going to go. I like that. Although, I could have made 2024 because my shocked look when I saw Sophie MX. That's pretty good. Or it could have been last year when you won, not last year, 2023 when we had Melina and I'm like, oh my gosh, that would have been a GIF of the year, but whatever. Handsome man of 2000, beautiful woman of 2024, Lady Aaron, not surprised. Handsome, although I could have voted for Sophie MX. I think that's what I did. But Lady Aaron does deserve it. I think she's a very sweet person, though. That's for sure. Handsome Man 2024, Austin Putnam. Yeah, Ladies, he's back on the market, folks. That's all I gotta say. Football jock of 2024, Lucas Cantwell. Not surprised there. So, wrestling jock of 2024, Alex Putnam. I'm not surprised. Baseball jock of 2024, Alex Putnam originally won the award, but he decided to hand that award over to me. I want to say thank you, Alex. Classy dude. I'll tell you, one thing about why people, you know why people love Bofus and the Sofas? Not only there's four gentlemen that like not afraid to speak their minds and all that, but they're classy dudes. Classy, respectful, honorable dudes. And humble dudes. And that's why we should be respecting Bofus and the Sofas. I know I do. I don't care if they want me on their show or not. I respect them. Respect the Bofus. I feel like I'm going to be like Brian Keefe. Respect Bofus and the Sofas. You know? Anyways. So, music lover and musician of 2024, Ben Wilner. I am not surprised at this because I'll tell you why. The man is good with his guitar. He loves music. He can sing. He plays guitar. Man's a young talent at that. And believe me, he should try out for America's Got Talent or American Idol or whatever. He is an inspirational story. The biggest topic of 2024, WWE versus AEW, Tom Wells versus Wrestling Otaku on Rant and Rave. That's on Ranniversary. On Rant and Rave. Storytelling of 2024. Gary with the Dr. Seuss books Hop on Pop and Green Eggs and Ham. Joker 2024. Everybody was shocked when David St. Dennis won it. But he decided he knew that Giuseppe Abate has contributed a lot of funny picks. And he decided to hand over the award to Giuseppe Abate. I agree with David's decision to do that. I think it was really cool. But Ran Rave interview, Moose. Moose, we had the honor of, he was the second interview of 2025. It was really cool to have him on. It was an honor. He was the world champ after he defeated Alex Shelley. I think it was really cool to have him. It was, like I said, again, and asking him about being with the Patriots. I thought that was really cool. David 3000 interview, Jason Kelly. Jason Kelly, my man, always said, I never have anything bad to say about Jason Kelly because the dude is always full of positivity, always great personality, always has a lot of fun. And Jason Kelly is a cool guy. He's a cool dude, Got to know him through Jason DeCanio. God bless Jason Kelly for that. Best duo 2024, Gary and Lucas. Probably the funniest duo of 2024. Because every time it's like one of those TV shows where it's almost like Perfect Strangers, you got Gary being like Larry Appleton, and you got Lucas being Balky Bartarkamos. Like, oh, cousin, I'd like to see you again. Yes, Balky. That type of deal. Oh, thank you, cousin Larry. Of course not, dopey, ridiculous cousin Larry. See, that's impressions, man. Learn them, And then you got Bull Shannon from Night Court. Okay. All right, so that's what Gary and Lucas kind of remind me of, the Perfect Strangers TV show. I hope that comes out on DVD. I want to get that on DVD. That'd be really awesome. The most improved of 2024, Alex Putnam and myself. I'll tell you what, I'm very, very pleased about getting this award because I've always tried to improve myself on the show, on my own show, and I'm trying to do different things. I'm trying to change things up a little bit to really improve. To really doing improvement on the show, and I try to improve every single day, and that's the thing that's very, very important. So getting this award means a lot, but I can really kick it up a notch. So I thought that was pretty cool. Comeback of 2024, Chayton Long, well deserved. I believe that has a lot of fun. Movie reviewer of 2024 the year, William Conqueror. William the Conqueror. tell you what, I thought Tyler Calvert would get this award, but William, next best thing, and I'll tell you what, and well, he does talk a lot about movies too, and just to hear that, I thought Tyler Calvert would get this one, to be totally honest, but William does deserve it. Congratulations to William. I do appreciate that. Appreciate him coming in and doing the thing. TV reviewer of 2024. Last year I won it, but this year Brandon Martin. Congratulations. And video game reviewer 2020, David 3000. He's like, huh? And he decided to give it to Jordan, which I think much well deserved, because Jordan does play the video games like myself a lot of times. So, review of 2024 of Jordan and Williams rant on Star Wars: The Acolyte. So I thought that was really cool. So, but it is a funny rant. You watch it. The mascot of 2024 goes to Danny Lewis's Scooby-Doo puppet. Row, 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 Raggy, row, row. See, that's my Scooby-Doo impression now. Worst person, biggest red-breasted sapsucker of 2000. Worst person 2004, P. Diddy. The only 2 songs I like from him, Come With Me from the Godzilla album, and It's All About the Benjamins. That's it, man. That's the only 2 songs I like from him, and that's all I'm going to say. Personality 2024, Alex Putnam. I'll tell you what, Alex Putnam is always just got this relaxed, chill vibes. That's what I like about Alex Putnam. You know, parent of 2024, Kim Abel, who is Romy's mom. You know, really cool of Romy's mom to get this, and you know, Gary's father was nominated, but Gary wanted it off. You know, why don't you show love to your dad, Gary, for once? You know, but I can understand. You know, Gary. I can understand why. You know, sometimes sometimes some people don't want awards. Sometimes they don't. You know, the rivalry of 2024. When I say Eric Lima versus the world on here, I think one of these days, if I decide to lose all my friends on the internet, maybe I should change my YouTube channel to Eric Lima versus the world, man. Just for the heck of it. But you know. But I thought that was pretty funny. I was like, you know, I think Jordan knows that I complain about a lot of things. You know, like everybody picks on me. You know, I get picked on whether it be Bofus or Rant and Rave. I mean, and probably that's why the Eric Lima versus the world thing. You know, I got Chayton and Jordan that won't shut up every single time and trying to talk. It's like I get caught off. I'm like, oh, good Lord, I have to wait for these jabronis to stop talking. You know, if I had an award for people who can't stop talking, all right, how about this? The Run DMC You Talk Too Much award. It would be a tie between Jordan and Chayton. That's my opinion, but I don't know. This rivalry thing was pretty funny, Lucas and Gary. So, now, for the big one, Channel of the Year. Now, when I looked at who finished what, they have the first place finisher is named Channel of the Year, but the runners-up can qualify next year. And for this year, the Rant and Rave panelists have swept it, you know. In third place, Jordan's channel, J-Man's Legit, he's trying to improve. Second place was this channel, my channel, which I was kind of shocked last year. I think I ended up in third place. So I'm kind of moving up. So, and for that, I say, really cool. It was really cool. Being in second place, that means I'm leveling up a little bit, which is good. That means I might need one more key thing to take me over the top. What would it be? I don't know. That's for me to figure out this year. And if I end up getting Channel of the Year when they do the awards next year, great. I'm very happy. Brandon Martin has been named Channel of the Year. I'll tell you what, that's well deserved. I mean, with Rant and Rave and everything else. And what other channel do you have among the network community? Do you have wrestlers on your show? Brandon Martin's channel is the only channel I know of. So, wow. So the award show overall, I can understand why some people are like kind of feel a little iffy towards it. I thought it was pretty good, but Ben felt that it was rushed, and they decided to do a little organization when to get out the nominees and all that for next year. For this year, when we do the for next February to do the show, and February of next year to do the show and everything else, and it's like, okay, you know. So I can understand where Ben's coming from. So, you know, a lot of people were like, kind of, I don't know. I thought it was pretty good, but you know, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. You want to change it up and improve it to make it better, and it says it feels a little bit rushed. Yeah, because we were going through a lot. You know, and that was probably another thing too. A lot of us were going through a lot. You know, me, I wasn't feeling too good that week. You know, last week, you know, wasn't feeling too good and all that, and it just took me out of my game basically. And you know, I think if I wasn't sick, I would have ended up winning the channel of the year, because I'm always consistent with my channel, with my videos and all that. But like, whatever, you know, whatever. It happens. But overall, it was good. Congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations to all the nominees. And I'm going to try to level up this year on my channel. So that's what I'm going to do. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Next episode, we're going to play some tic-tac-toe. I'll see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful, blessed day. Until next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.